Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of M.A.D podcast. I'm here with Depressed over here and Depressed over here.
I'm alright.
And we'll see why you're depressed. So today we're going to be talking about some transfer rumors that have come in, some shocking transfer rumors. We'll be doing our Manchester United rebuild because their team is in a shambles right now. Have any thoughts on Man United? You want to say Man United fan real quick?
There's nothing for me to say, to be honest. There's just nothing.
And then we'll do a wrap up of what happened in the first game week of the Premier League. We'll see who got the most predictions correct. Who's going to get the belt. We just got a new belt today.
Show it.
WWE styles. We're
Which
taking that.
We'll be giving it away. Like, whoever wins each game week prediction, they will be the current holders of the belt. And
At the end of the season, let's do this. Every week, somebody gets the belt.
Yeah.
Right? They walk with it. They gotta get a good flex in with it.
Yeah.
We keep track of how many weeks you win.
Yeah.
Person who has the most weeks at the end of the season, they get. Let's maybe
A
crown. Let's do a
Yeah.
crown,
I'll
right?
do a
Okay, we'll get a crown. And they'll have to wear that for the entire next season.
no,
I'm
they wear the crown for the entire summer.
Yeah, they wear the
Yeah.
crown for the entire summer. They get to keep the crown. They'll keep the crown with them. It'll have to be
No,
sitting
they
to it.
have to wear it.
They have to wear
We'll get
it.
a Burger King crown, and they'll have to wear that crown.
Buddy, I don't know if I can wear.
love a Burger King crown. I would love that.
As a white person, I don't know if I can wear a Burger King crown anymore after that. After that.
You
bit.
have
Buddy,
to.
I don't know if I can.
You have to.
I don't
you
know
have
if I
to.
can.
It doesn't matter. Everybody has to.
It's gonna look bad.
And we'll also be touching up some. We'll do some predictions as well for
Yeah,
the next
we'll-
game week.
Get our predictions down for next week. There's actually a couple good matches for
Yeah.
this coming week as well.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Now my FPL is ready to go.
Oh, no.
Scored a
Oh.
good 72 points.
Speaking of
I don't
FPL,
want to speak about any of that stuff.
I hope that the listeners at home took some of the advice that my fellow hosts here gave me because, bro,
Not him. Not him.
Well, combined between the two of you, you guys put together my team together, right? With me making the one or two definite additions.
You brought
that
the
were mine.
Mitrovic in. That got you a lot of points.
I brought that in. So I mean, everything else was also great, but then I just a little cherry on the top of it made it
Yeah,
put
and
it
then
over the top.
There's a Mobin masterclass with his bench boost that got him 50 points.
Yep.
Just so we're clear and clear on it. I don't remember off the top of my head how many points I got, but
72 something.
You got 79.
I got 90.
You got 79 or 80. No, you got more than me.
I got 86.
Yeah, 86
I
points.
got 86.
I got 72.
Yeah.
He got 50 with the bench boost.
That's so tough, man.
He was gassing it up too. The bench boost is the
But
best
real
way
quick,
to start.
real quick.
I
Are you happy that the Premier League's back?
I am
Because
definitely
FPL's not
happy.
going your way.
I'm definitely happy that
United's
the Premier
playing like
League
trash.
back, but what the fuck was that performance from Aston Villa, dude? What the hell just happened?
Yeah, well, we'll get to
We'll
that
get to
a little
that,
bit
but,
later.
We'll
but
start off with the transfers.
Let's start off with the
With
transfers.
our own Fabrizio Romano Jr. over here, who always has the transfers.
I had a
for
quick
us.
browse through his feed. Just getting ready for the video, and a couple other feeds that good transfer people to follow. I'm gonna start off actually with your boys, Doran, with Barca, because there's a couple of things going on there. Because we've gotten down to a pretty tight schedule here to get players registered, because you still have to move a couple players. It seems as though they want to move only one of Depay and Aubameyang, but they're in advanced negotiations with Chelsea for moving Aubameyang to Chelsea to reunite him with Tuchel. Tuchel's really pushing hard for this move. And Depay contract termination to move him to Juventus on a free transfer. Which one do you see happening more likely? What are your thoughts on the situation?
Personally, in my opinion, what I think is best for the club and for the player himself is I think Depay should go. He's a false nine. This isn't the Barca back in the day, 2012 to 17 Barcelona, where we were playing with a false nine. He doesn't fit well with the team. He's not an out-and-out striker. Aubameyang at least is. He's a good backup striker to keep as well too.
Yep.
Chelsea could really use Aubameyang right now. He
Absolutely.
is prem proven. They need a striker badly. Havertz isn't going to work out for them. They lost Werner already. He went back to Leipzig.
It would put Troops in an absolute coma.
Yeah.
it would-
Yeah, no.
It might end his
True,
life.
That's his favorite player. Oh my! If he goes to Chelsea, scores 2 goals against Arsenal, depressed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. In my opinion, I think Depay best move for him is to go to Juventus because they kind of play with the cam. like a center
Yeah,
attacking
sort of
mid kind of player.
that Dybala position.
Yeah, that he could replace
yeah.
Dybala. I think it'll work well for him over there. Serie A is also like a weaker league.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be easier for him. He'll get his name up over there. At least like end his career off strong somewhere. And Juventus is a big side. To be fair, historically they're really well known as well.
I mean, Depay, for me, end of his career, he's going to be in the MLS somewhere. Like, that guy has MLS written all over him because, like, he is just...
Memphis
a Hollywood Memphis Depay.
with his clothing brand. I own his hoodie as well too.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
What's it called? With his rap album as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just bring him to LA, spit some bars.
Oh, bro, his music, by the way, some of his songs are bangers.
There's a
man.
couple good bars in
He
there,
has some
actually.
good songs.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie. Out of all like the football like rappers, like just Jesse Rodriguez too, and obviously he has some actual good bangers. But yeah, I think Depay should go to Juventus. It's a good move for him. Good for Barca too. We free up the wages as well, so we can register our players. And it's just like I don't know, man. It's just La Liga in general is just really like bad in my opinion, poorly organized.
Like, the issues that Barca are facing with registration, that doesn't happen in other leagues.
No, because
essentially.
it's La Liga. Like, if a Premier League club, for example, like what, for example, let's talk about the Partey transfer
Yep.
from Atletico Madrid to Arsenal. You know, Atletico Madrid didn't negotiate with Arsenal
What?
for it, right? Like, obviously they had to like approve of it and everything like that, but it mainly goes through La Liga.
Damn.
La Liga, they take a percentage as well too. I think it's like 20+% of the transfer fee as well too. Man, I'm telling you, it's corrupt, man. La Liga is in general, it's corrupt.
Well, one of the things that La Liga does with that is they put it back into the smaller teams.
Yeah, they do. It's like a Robin Hood kind
Because
of thing.
like
But
you
it's
can
like
see how far and that's just to keep the league competitive because you see how far ahead Barcelona and Real Madrid already are.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they're able to like sell players, buy players for 100+ million, if they were doing that, and other teams like you can see like Real Betis, same sort of issue where they're struggling to pay for register players. They've only spent 20 million on transfers this year. Like compared to Barcelona's 160, so like those payments go down to the clubs in the lower lower levels of the first division through the second division and everything. So it's just about keeping the league more competitive.
it's kind of dumb to me how they're doing it to Betis and also Valencia. They're kind of going through something like that as
Valencia
well too.
has such internal conflict. They've had like two terrible owners. Like an owner bought the team, he did terribly. Somebody bought it off him, still struggling. They're in an absolute shambles right now.
Yeah, but like I don't know. That's just the one thing I don't like about La Liga in general, because also like Real Madrid have been in debt as well too for a while now. They still are in debt actually.
A lot of the top clubs are.
Yeah.
Like Juventus is, Inter Milan is. Like that's just part and parcel with the business. But the thing with Barcelona is that they're outside the registration values.
Oh yeah,
that
100%.
valuation that they can have, which is that's a pretty uniquely La Liga issue. And I mean, it's partly exacerbated by COVID. Like everyone understands, loss of revenues and that. I mean, Camp Nou, they weren't able to. Sorry, Spotify Camp Nou, they weren't able to fill. They weren't able to fill it for a couple of years. So that's a big part of the problem. Mo, what do you think about Depay and Aubameyang getting moved on?
Honestly, I was gonna say like
Who would you keep?
Aubameyang should be moved on just because of Depay's versatility. But like when Doran said it makes sense what he says. So honestly, like he convinced me that maybe Depay should be the one like getting the boot from Barcelona. But it just sucks because this guy was really interested in playing up for Barcelona. Like he was so passionate and it just didn't work out.
He just was a very Ronald Koeman signing though. And now that he's been moved on, I don't think Xavi wants him there.
Maybe.
The thing is also like we needed the versatility back then, but now we're loaded up front. We're
makes
getting
sense.
Bernardo's even coming in now too.
Yeah, that's my next note that I have here is the Bernardo Silva transfer. Like, if you've already got registration issues and you already need to move 5 or 6 bodies or at least sell some other of the assets off, why would you still be going after Bernardo when it doesn't look like he necessarily is like a key player that you need to bring in right now?
Nah, to me, I don't know why we're going for Bernardo. Bernardo to me is an unnecessary signing, in my personal
And
opinion.
Marcos Alonso as well. Apparently, one of the tweets, and this is a quote from Fabrizio Romano, that the next player that Barcelona will register once they've registered this current crop of players is Marcos Alonso.
I mean, Marcos Alonso, they're just bringing him for depth, man. That's the only reason. We don't have we have obviously the Balde kid.
Yeah.
He's a baller. Don't get me wrong. He's
for
a
sure.
baller.
Great player.
He's way too young though. Jordi Alba has injury problems.
Yep.
You can't be relying on Balde to be playing up there for 20+ games, starting at 20+ games, and then especially coming to the Champions League as well too. We're playing in that. We're playing in Copa del Rey as well too. We need the depth. Alonso, in my opinion, will work at Barcelona somehow because, I mean, it depends honestly who we have at right back. If we put Araujo at right back again, we kind of go into a 3-back.
It almost could work that way.
Yeah.
I could almost see that working because Araujo's not going to get forward that much. Like we saw that in the friendly against Real Madrid. Like he's not going to get forward that much.
Like there is sometimes he'll push up, but it's most of the time he's staying back.
That's more to press than like dribbling out. He's not going to dribble out of the defense. He's not going to get in an advanced position like as a right wing back like we see a lot of other fullbacks do.
But yeah, no, I don't know, man. The Bernardo thing to me is like, I think it's unnecessary. We have more than enough wingers. We don't play with a cam personally ourselves.
And like as a center mid, you've also got a pretty good crop of center mids currently.
We have 6 midfielders right now that'd be good enough to get us like at least fighting for La Liga.
But like I'm just thinking like right now they're trying to sell Frankie De Jong, so it makes sense for like Man City to be like, okay, you guys want to give away Frankie De Jong? How about we just do a straight up trade deal? We just like we get De Jong from you, and you get Bernardo Silva from us, but there could be some cash issues on that. I don't know if what's Man City's intention of getting rid of Bernardo Silva. Is it because like
apparently it's his intention? He wants to move on apparently.
Then why not just do a swap deal with
Well, because Frankie De Jong's looking like, and this is just from Gerard Romero, like literally just as I was pulling in just now, is that apparently Chelsea's closing in on finalizing a deal with Barcelona for De Jong. So the term for like personal terms aren't agreed yet, but it looks as though there's going to be a deal in place with Chelsea for that.
Okay.
And also like a straight swap wouldn't be the smartest decision in my opinion
because that doesn't still open up any wages. You need to change the money.
Yeah, and also the fact too that I think personally De Jong is much more valuable right now than Bernardo Silva. It makes sense for Bernardo to leave because he deserves to be a starter, man. They brought in Haaland and Nunes now. They have that striker spot like filled. They don't play with the center forward anymore like they did last year. That's why he had so many minutes, honestly, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Riyad Mahrez, to me, is more of like a dangerous player to have on the wing. But Bernardo, you can have him in the cam position, the midfield position, like replace De Bruyne sometimes. But now City are kind of loaded. They got in Calvin Phillips as well, too, for more midfield depth. It's he needs to leave. He's a top player, man. I personally thought he was going to go to Arsenal for like last year because there was rumors of him going there. It would have been a good fit for him, but Martinelli, Saka, they've all proven themselves.
Odegaard taking that number 10 spot perfectly.
Yeah, exactly, and they got Jesus now too up
We'll
top.
definitely be talking about that Arsenal performance at the weekend as later on because that was pretty good. We've touched on Chelsea a bit already, so we're just gonna hit on some of their transfer rumors because they're looking like they're gonna move on Marcos Alonso. They're looking to bring in Aubameyang, and we're gonna have to see what happens with the Depay-Aubameyang situation. Closing in on a deal for Frankie De Jong, but a couple outgoings for them. They've moved Timo Werner back to RB Leipzig for almost half of what they paid, which means that in the last in this window they've sold both of their potential number 9s, Lukaku and Werner, like less than like 2.5 years since they signed them both. Like that's pretty rough. It's
just Lukaku. That guy is terrible. He's so overrated in my opinion.
No, it wasn't even like a necessary signing. They had Tammy Abraham coming out from loan, and then he had a great second half of that season where he like ended up with 18 goals, I think, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. And then they just all of a sudden went to get like Werner when Liverpool was so interested in signing him.
Yeah, they wanted to bring him in. Yeah,
I would have been interested to see how Werner would have ended up at Liverpool. Would it be done much better, or would have been the same Werner that we see right now?
I think that he would have been deployed more in a more natural position for him, where he would have been able to run off the left side a bit more. Because I don't think, even if he played that proper number 10 position the way that Nunez is doing that right now, I don't know. It's hard to say, really, right?
So you're saying he would have had the same thing as Jota?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
I think Werner would have done bits honestly at Liverpool.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
The main reason why he failed at Chelsea is because Chelsea play shit football. They do. They genuinely play shit football. Watch a game of Chelsea, man. They barely score goals, first of all. They barely create chances. All their chances are just coming from one player, who's Mason Mount.
Yep.
They're so reliant on him. Man, they create how many chances a game? I'm talking about big chances. 2 or 3?
The last game I saw for Everton was almost very little.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They play shit football. They don't score a lot of goals, but they also don't let in a lot of goals. They nick results, man. They get 1-0 wins, at most 2-0. Like very rarely they'll get 3. It's like they don't play that like nice football, and that's why Werner needs to play on a team. In my opinion, also it is kind of like he's not the greatest with his feet, in my opinion. Like his first touch, but dribbling wise, he's good. But I don't know, man. I think he would have been really good at Liverpool, especially with the amount of services and the chances he would have gotten over there, and could have done amazing. He probably got like 15 goals, maybe something like that at Liverpool.
I don't know. I've seen his finishing and it looks a bit rough. So I mean, it's kind of hard to predict. West Ham signed Maxwell Cornet, so they're not going to be getting Kostic. Kostic is going to Juventus. What do we think about that?
Oh, no way. They actually signed Cornet?
Yeah,
Damn,
they signed Cornet. Yeah, they had him at the match that they had last weekend. Actually, he was there, so it was about a week ago.
I'm so happy that they got Cornet instead of Kostic.
You didn't like Kostic?
I don't like Kostic.
No,
man. He's a wing back. He can't play left back, and it's like he's one-footed, man.
He's going to be playing winger for them.
I don't know why a winger though for him. We have better wingers in my opinion. Pablo Fornals is doing amazingly. Ben Rama is good too. We have Jared Bowen already. Like I don't know why we needed Kostic.
Cornet is going to be left wing as well.
Cornet's going to be and he can at least play left back too here and there.
Yeah. He can play anywhere down that left side and even up top.
Yeah, I don't think like West Ham's left wing was like they had any strength from that part. I think they really needed to sign someone in the left wing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they have like it didn't make sense to put Cornet on left back anyways because they had Aaron Cresswell playing.
Cresswell played great.
Yeah, and he's like doing very well. So why replace him? Just put someone up front.
And they're still looking to potentially move on side Ben Rama. They've already moved on Nikola Vlasic. That's confirmed. He's going to go join Torino. And they needed a left winger. They got a good left winger. Moyes likes having right footers on the right flank, left footers on the left flank. You got Bowen, you got Cornet, and you're gonna have number 10 Pablo Fornals. It's a pretty solid team. And if Scamacca can start scoring goals, because you got 2 really good crossers on the right side with Soufal and Bowen, and now you got Cresswell who he can put a ball in the box. And you got Cornet, who's going to get in behind. He's good at cutting them back. He played last season just trying to hit balls at the head of Chris Wood and who's the other big don they had? Ashley Barnes. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good fit.
Yeah, I personally don't think Kufal is going to be starting this year. I think Johnson's proven himself, and he's going to be playing that position.
I mean,
he's amazing, man.
It doesn't really for them. It's a good issue to have, where it's like I could either play this young academy graduate who loves the club, or this guy that we brought in from the Czech Republic that's just done amazing since he's come over.
Boys with one of their best DMs as well, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, right now Soufal is having like a bit of like a downfall in his form. Like he's not really been his best recently. So I think that maybe they might give him a chance, and that's where he has to take advantage of that.
Yep. Some other transfers from around the league. I just want to hear quickly. We don't have to touch too much on this. Just if anything you got any interest on them. Everton signed both Amadou Onana for 33 million and Connor Cody for 15 million. So
Connor Cody would have been amazing if Godfrey didn't get injured. Would have been amazing for them if Godfrey didn't get injured. Because, Yerry Mina played a great game as well, but he got injured as well.
Yeah.
So right now, from what I saw, they didn't bring Michael Keenan for Yerry Mina. They bought Holgate. So it's going to be Tarkowski, Holgate, and Cody. So it's going to be interesting how Holgate's going to, fit in that 2 pretty good center-backs.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting that they've got Connor Cody, and he was an academy player for Liverpool.
Oh, shit.
He made his Premier League debut for Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big Liverpool fan that's now going to be playing center back for Everton. So, good for him. He's going to go back and live in his home city. But I always find that weird when, fans of, a rival club go and play for them. I'm sure he's never going to do anything it's not like he's going to actually go out and score, a bunch of own goals on purpose. But I think he's going to be
tough. I'm just waiting for him to score against Liverpool and kiss the badge, just as jokes.
Imagine doing that, though. That would be so funny. He wouldn't be able to live there anymore because I'm sure his family would be like, get out the city, lad.
Kick him out of there.
Sergio Gomez is moving from Anderlecht to Man City. He's potentially going to be the new backup left back. I'm not sure what we're looking at there with that position. He was a cam at one point. He's been moved around a bit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a weird one. He's ended up being a pretty solid left back for Anderlecht. Vincent Kompany was pretty pleased with him, so he's moved on over to City.
So he got the nod from Kompany, and City was like, yeah, let's sign him?
I think so. I think that seems to be what's happened here. Okay. He's always been a pretty high profile prospect. He's just never found a good fit. He went to Dortmund for a bit, didn't work out. A couple loans didn't work out. This seems to have worked out. So Pep likes a fullback that can pass the ball, like a Cancelo playing pretty much in the midfield. Did you guys see that photo where it was like Walker and Cancelo playing like in midfield positions as they were playing out from the back?
Yeah, no, I was watching the game. I'm like, this guy Walker is playing DM for them.
Like, it's crazy.
It was nuts. And then Cancelo obviously pushing in from the left as well too. But most of the time it was Walker. Like when they were trying to build up in the back, I was surprised it was Walker out of Cancelo.
His passing range looks a lot better.
No, Walker's quality.
Like,
man.
it's never been bad, but
best right back to ever play in the Prem, in my opinion.
For now.
I'm saying
it. Spurs are still trying to move on Tanguy Ndombele and Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso looks set to go back to Villarreal, whether on loan or on permanent. He wants to make it permanent. The club's financial situation suggests that's probably not going to work out. And Ndombele is linked with a loan to Villarreal. So did Spurs get it right transferring both these players and just have the wrong managers work with them? Like, they didn't seem to work under Mourinho, but Lo Celso looked really good in the Champions League last year during their big run. And Ndombele in spurts has looked pretty good.
I just want to say, like, Ndombele was completely ruined, like, and he's lost all his confidence with Jose Mourinho. Like, he was so mismanaged by him.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why, like, I was saying, like, at that time, Jose Mourinho is a dinosaur, and he needs to, like, probably go back to Italy to have a best chance of redemption.
Yep.
Because Italy is, like, where he fits. Like, if you go right now, like, you saw how Gennaro Gattuso did well with AC Milan, and he's not the type of guy to be kind with players when they have bad games.
No, he's not very nice to players at all. No, he doesn't have that. He didn't have it when he was a player either.
So it makes sense for Jose Mourinho to go up to, like, go to Italy and, like, be critical, and no one's gonna take it personally. They're gonna be take it on the chin. But honestly, like, just gonna say Jose Mourinho's doing a perfect job at Roma.
Yep.
But, like, he definitely mismanaged Ndombele. Like, it was just horrible, man.
Because the guy seems to be a real talent, but it just doesn't seem like he fits at Spurs.
They expected him to play DM, and it's like the same thing as Pogba. You can't be giving this guy defensive work. He's a box-to-box,
pure box-to-box
quality player, man. Amazing dribbler.
I mean, it'd be really funny if Villarreal just end up having both Lo Celso and Ndombele in their midfield. I think just on the surface of that.
Parejo too in the
nothing.
DM role.
and they have Johan Foyth from Spurs as well.
Yeah, one Foyth from Spurs. Coquelin from Arsenal.
Wait, well, I don't know if they have Etienne Capoue, right?
Etienne Capoue, they still got Etienne Capoue. Bro, that would be the most Spursy thing ever if they went on another Champions League run with Ndombele and Lo Celso, and they went further than Spurs do in the Champions League.
I mean, I don't know if they can go further. Spurs went to the finals.
Well, I mean, like this
season.
in this coming season. Yeah, in this coming season.
Honestly, Emery might do it. Emery might just fuck around and be like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, he is one of the best knockout cup managers to ever do it.
Yeah.
The complete opposite of Conte.
Exactly. Next, I think you and I are both really big fans of this transfer. Mikel Damsgaard has gone from Sampdoria to Brentford for only 15 million. Another Dane joining up with the Danish coach at Brentford. I mean, it's the Danish side of London. How are you? It's little Denmark.
Yeah.
He was great at the Euros. Mm-hmm. Everyone thought he was going to get like a big money move. Sampdoria said, we're not doing that. They miss out on like 15 million euros because he then transfers the next summer.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting to see how Damsgaard is going to do, man. I'm just really excited. Now he's going to get the chance to shine.
He's a really dynamic number 10. So playing him behind Mbuemo and Tony, he's probably going to get... I think he's going to have a pretty good role there. I
feel bad for De Silva, man. He had a good game against Leicester.
He did. He can play a bit deeper, though. You can play him in midfield.
Yeah, he's so good. I think he's really good, man. Really underrated player.
But isn't he a center mid? I think De Silva more naturally.
He played the 10, though, didn't he, on the weekend?
He played really well, honestly. Yeah.
But, I mean, he can move a bit further back, maybe. I don't know.
Man. I feel bad for him. If he gets benched again, man.
If he is benched again, it does suck. Well, I feel worse for his I think he's his twin brother that plays left back for Bristol City, so he's at least in the Prem. Come on. He's PSG has sold Arnaud Kalimuendo. He was originally, people thought he was going to go to Leeds. He's ended up actually going to Rennes, which was my pick for a team to watch in Ligue 1, which means that their front three is now Sulemana, Doku, Kalimuendo. Bro, that is a young, pacey attack right there. That is actually insane.
I don't know anything about the guy.
FIFA 23 starter team. Just get
There it
ready,
is.
man. Just get ready. All those green.
It's got the
wings,
Doumbia,
the pace.
Gervinho, and what was the Barbo kind of vibes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. No, that team. Rennes is gonna be really fun to watch this year. My team is still Olympique Lyon. I think they're going to be doing bits this year. I think they're going to really redeem themselves and actually qualify top 4.
Marseille have actually had themselves a window. They signed Klaus. They just signed Alexis Sanchez, which what maybe that's where he's at in his career. Maybe
I don't
this
know
level
if it'll work out for him over there. I think he should stick in Serie A personally. 'Cause I think it's too fast for him over there. In
could
Liga.
do. PSG actually signed Fabian Ruiz from Napoli, or look like they're going to. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but they look like they're going to sign Fabian Ruiz from Napoli.
When did that happen?
Fabrizio Romano, here we go, as of yesterday.
Here we go?
As of yesterday.
What the fuck? I legit saw United were interested in him.
Bro, you guys have no pull. Just
No, but the thing is it's not even pull. He's going to be out of contract next season, so it's but why would they need all that midfielders?
This is Luis Campos. To a T. This is what he did at Monaco, where he brought in a bunch of players who, maybe they weren't being used right, maybe they weren't in the right positions, maybe they were just in the wrong system. Brought them in, 1 year left on their contract, cut price deals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Developed them, made them better. And that's what he's doing now at PSG. They're not going. Have they really gone and got a big name this summer? It's a complete inverse from last summer. They went out, they got Messi, they got Ramos, they got Donnarumma. This summer, they went Vitinha from Porto.
Yep.
That's a good transfer, good player.
Yep.
Fabian Ruiz, good transfer, good player. They did, what was the other one?
Ekitike from Lyon.
Ekitike from, Ekitike.
on loan.
Absolutely, yeah. Dude, it's actually a huge, huge change. And this is a better way to build a team.
Probably. But I'm just thinking to myself, who's going to be in that midfield now? It's just because
they've loaned out Wijnaldum.
Yeah, they don't have Wijnaldum, but they have Verratti, they have Paredes, they have
Fabian Ruiz now.
And Herrera.
Herrera's not going to be in the midfield. They want to move him as well, apparently.
Oh, I know Idrissa game I go back to...
Danilo.
Yeah, Danilo, yeah.
Idrissa game I go back to Everton from what
he might.
So I don't know, man. That midfield seems stacked. And last game they played, I think it was the French Cup. They only had 2 midfielders, so I don't know what the plan is.
It's the Luis Campos plan. And last 2, Leeds are being heavily linked. Leeds, wearing the kit right now. Leeds are being heavily linked with both Juan Mata.
Oh yeah.
Just to bring in some experience and bring in some just depth to the team, honestly.
He's lost all his hair, man. That's what happens when you play at United for the last 2-3 years.
And then they're also, almost seems as though some journalists are ready to pretty much confirm this. Ismail Assar from Watford. He scored a wonder goal at the weekend, halfway line chip. All of a sudden, he's back on the radar for Prem teams.
He deserves to play in the Prem.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
unreal, man. I think personally, there was all the hype about Emmanuel Dennis, whatever, last year. I think he's still the best player at Watford.
Oh, for
been
sure.
the best player for the last
Dennis
2,
also
3
would
years.
be probably a Premier League level player, though, for sure.
Yeah, but I think Ismail Assar
Sarr's
more.
definitely
Hey, we'll talk
Sarr
about
on
him
one
more.
wing, Sinistera on another wing,
Patrick Bamford up top.
No, it's gonna be
or Rodrigo. Rodrigo up top.
Rodrigo, I hope he has a good year, man.
He started out well. He had a really good preseason.
Yeah, but it's preseason at the end of the day.
He scored against Wolves.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but
Good
still.
goal.
It
Brendan
was a good
Eriksson
goal.
at
I
number
just
10.
hope he has a good season.
I hope so. We hope that he has a good season. Should we pivot on to some of the United transfer rumors? Because there's been some absolute shocking rumors the last 2 days.
Let's first start off with what Mobin was expecting this year as a United fan for the transfers.
I have to see what I wrote. Let me think of it. Let me see. G sent it. Yeah, I remember SMS. I also wanted Anthony.
SMS?
Sergei Milinkovic-Savic.
From Lazio.
Anthony.
Frankie de Jong.
No, I didn't want Frankie de Jong.
No, it wasn't Frankie de Jong. It was
wasn't Frankie de Jong.
It was Ibrahim Sangare from PSV.
Ibrahim Sangare, yep. And there was one more person. I forgot who it was.
I don't remember. I think it was a striker.
Maybe. I don't remember. Let me see. G sent a picture of it to
Yeah,
the chat.
have a look. See if you can find that, because the rumors that have come out this week
It's just shocking, man.
are
I don't know what to say.
FIFA 15 career mode transfers.
Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, Anthony, Ibrahima Sangare, and Pau Torres.
See, that would have been a good summer.
That would have been a good summer.
I mean, as much as I don't think that Milinkovic-Savic necessarily fits what you
I
need?
don't know, because we wanted Fabian Ruiz as well, so it makes sense. Like, we wanted someone who could, like, grab the ball, dribble it up, and like play make a bit. I think that's. This guy just wants to.
So
this guy wants to all those 5 players, like, requirements done.
The rumors that have made the rounds this week: Man United put in a bid for Adrien Rabiot from Juventus.
Goat.
And have had a bid rejected for Marco Arnautovic.
Goat.
Of Bologna.
We did have that, like, what's it called?
It was rejected.
It was rejected, but also United afterwards came out and said, like, we're not even going to sign him if it was accepted because of the fans' reactions. So I don't know if that was, like, them being, like, a sore loser or something like that, but that's what they said.
Who is the scouting chief? Who's in charge?
I think it's Morta. Like,
Murta is in. He's not. I thought he was the DOF.
Isn't that? Oh, it's chief scout. I
Yeah,
forgot
chief
who it
scout.
was.
Whoever's in charge of that.
Yeah. No, man.
Send him home.
Yeah.
Get him a new Rolodex of players. Like you can't be recruiting Adrien Rabiot to a team that's got issues in the dressing room. Like, they got rid of Pogba because they're like, oh yeah, Pogba's a bit of an issue in the dressing room, bit of an issue behind the scenes. Let's get Adrien Rabiot, who's almost single-handedly like sank France's Euro fucking trip. Like, him and his mum is his agent. Just I mean, the video that came out of her, like, yelling at Mbappe's family, like, that's like toxic.
Nah, bro, she's a diva, man. He's a diva, bro, and then Rabiot's a diva as well too.
Yeah,
I really hope he goes to United.
He also just doesn't
laugh
fit
so hard. He doesn't at all.
You couldn't play him in a like he had worse stats. I saw the side by side comparison. He had worse stats in more minutes than Scott McTominay last season.
I just hope he goes, man. I really want to see them two go. I would love to see what Ten Hag actually has planned for himself, man.
I think Ten Hag said
so far he's a fraud, man. I'm sorry. So far he's a fraud.
Yeah,
and he's known since January he's coming to Man United. He told Ajax.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he told Ajax since January that he's going to Man United.
Ooh.
He left early, right away, went to Manchester.
So then why didn't they do any business earlier?
And he hasn't signed a single good quality player that will actually bolster your squad.
I don't know. I think it's just the fact that, like, he was just super horny over Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I want him, and then they just took their all the time on.
Do you
Frankie
think
de Jong.
at any point he's spoken to De Jong and De Jong's like, I'm just not coming, man. Just
No,
leave
absolutely,
me alone.
absolutely.
And he's still going after it. It's ridiculous.
Every day, hey.
On top
Frankie,
of this,
how's your mom? How's your dad? Yeah, come to United, dude.
where your mom at? Like, and they've seemed to have cooled interest on him based on the Rabiot like bids.
Yeah.
Ronaldo on the bench for the game, came on 58th minute.
Yep.
Looked
good.
Better than whoever the hell Ericsson up top.
Better than an Ericsson false nine, which, I mean, no shit, I would hope so.
Ericsson and Ronaldo look good together, to be
fair. They did, actually.
Bruno's shit, man. I'm sorry.
I don't know if this guy's going to last long under
if they play
Ten
with
Hag.
a midfield of Ericsson, with like they need more midfielders, but
they need better midfielders.
If they put Ericsson behind Ronaldo, I think it will work really well.
It could. Just what is going on, Mobin? What is the way forward?
They have no pull, man. That's the thing.
They're out of the Champions League.
Every team looks at them and be like, Man United are desperate. Any team can rinse Man United.
They have money. They need to get back in the Champions League. They're not in the Champions League right now. So you're going to have to overpay on transfers because they know that you're the richest club or one of the two richest clubs. Then you're going to have to overpay on wages to convince the player, which just means that you're going to be overpaying left, right, and center. And then if you don't want to be doing that, you're going to be getting worse and worse players. Like, I don't know if Lisandro Martinez, I don't think it's a bad transfer. Not sure as a center back he fits in the Prem, could fit as a DM. Not sure if it's a 50 million transfer.
Yeah, so obviously Lisandro Martinez was an overpay, but like you guys said, like that's one big reason, and also like the people who make sure like the transfers go through and all that stuff are just the slowest, man. I don't know. Like everyone when Mortar came in, they felt like it's gonna be a change from like Ed Woodward, but it seems like it's the same. So you have to go and see like what's the hierarchy going. So you have to go from the top to bottom, and then you gotta see like what hasn't changed in all this time. What could be the cause of all this shittiness? And you gotta see like it's It's the Glazers, man.
Yep.
Like it has to be the Glazers. Like there's no way like you brought in David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Eric Ten Hag. I'm not saying all of them are at the same level as each other and all that stuff, but I'm just saying like 5 managers came in, like actually Ranić as well on interim. 2 of them legit dissed the club in public.
They said openly that what the issues
openly,
are.
They said we don't give a fuck. Ole made the smart decision of him wanting to last longer in the club. So he said, you know what? No, they're pretty cool people. So I'm not gonna take his words, because he was making a smart move of saying like, I want to stay.
He was playing politics by saying that.
Yeah, exactly. It was all politics for him. He just wanted to stay longer. But it's just the fact that like you have to see like it's all Glazers at the end of the day. They're just somehow sucking the life out of this club. They don't put any money in the club, and they expect results. But hopefully right now there's bids of a hostile takeover. So
there's rumors of the hostile takeover. There was the big protest outside the game at Old Trafford. There's rumors of having like a complete walkout of the next game, which is against Liverpool actually.
Yeah, it's like no one, like what's it called? No one show up.
No one show up. They're saying that, and I mean, imagine that. It's not going to happen.
It's definitely not going to happen because it's a commercial club.
If you saw what the fans that were protesting the Glazers, like walking around with the yellow and the green, and green, right? That's walking around with those outside the stadium. They were all wearing the brand new season's kit.
Obviously, and
that's just backing the Glazers. Like as much you can say 1,000 words to the Glazers, in person, and it's like, did you buy the kit? Cool, great. We're not changing.
No, absolutely. Even like the golden, yellow they buy, like golden green they buy, what's it called? They have on them. It's from the United store. Like I saw United selling them in their own store. Like, it's like it makes no sense to me. Like, why would you say all that stuff? And then you guys were pissed at Glazers, and all of a sudden, as soon as Ronaldo came, you guys were lining up to buy his new jersey, funding the Glazers. Like, it just makes no sense. It's just. I don't know. The fans in England think they're the best, but honestly, they're the worst.
Oh, they're the best. Yeah, they're the best. And I'm going to be one of them this weekend. So
I'm not saying all of them are the worst, because there probably are decent fans out there, but the ones that are super arrogant or just think like they're the best, but they're just the worst, to be honest.
All right, so should this be where we start talking about what we would do to fix the club?
Yep.
Start our rebuild.
Start the rebuild.